Okay, sorry for that break. We're actually going to switch over to an immunity paper now, which has some features that I want to be able to show you. This paper has an author contribution section before the acknowledgments, and that's good. We still need to add the received, revised, accepted, and published dates. Then the references look okay. We can take out the figure legend header and make sure the titles and legends are separate paragraphs. And we'll go back to the top. We've got a long author list here, long affiliation list, corresponding author summary, and this paper has a graphical abstract. And then I also need to insert the highlights and the TOC blurb. That's provided as a separate file. Highlights, TOC blurb. Close that, stick it in there. Don't need a title for the in brief. Don't need a description of the highlights. Alrighty, now we're ready to save this. And the next thing I would do would be run cleanup. However, I've already done it on this paper and it takes a long time. So we're just going to skip over to this paper where pretend I already ran cleanup. Next thing after cleanup is styling the paragraphs so that each part is tagged and it appears correctly online. Correspondence, summary, highlights, 2, 3, 4, TOC blurb, keywords, main text first, heading, and then paragraph, heading 1, heading 2, paragraph is a shortcut P, heading 2, paragraph, heading 2, paragraph, heading 2, paragraph, and so on. Discussion is a heading 1. Experimental procedures has its own types of tags. Then to the back part of the paper. I forgot to insert the supplemental info. Alright, not a problem. We're going to close this. Right here I need to add, I've already saved the text because I use it so often. Supplemental info. Go back to styling paragraphs. Info, text, info online, MMC titles. Author contribution, title and paragraph, acknowledgement title, paragraph, received, revised, accepted, published, reference title, references, shortcut key to get through all those, figure title, legend, figure title, figure legend, oops, undo, still dot legend, title, legend, title, legend, title, legend, title, legend, title, legend. Good. Now I'm going to instruct it to auto-redact, and these are copy editing points that we make across all of our papers, like the fact that in vivo and in vitro are never italicized. So the software will automatically do that for us, and we don't even have to stop and think. These also happen to be things that authors will sometimes point out at proof stage because we didn't do it ourselves when we're manually copy editing. We didn't tell the author about the changes. And so they'll say, hey, all the in vivos throughout my paper should be in italics. So this was one of the points that I sent to John Pham as a possibility for the frequently asked questions from authors, a page that he's setting up online. Auto-redact is done. The next step is advanced processing, and this goes through the references. It looks at them and it's able to tell whether something is a journal article or a full book or something else, and it tags them appropriately. And that makes it easier for us to check them online if we need to correct something in the references. "14 problems and 1 unknown reference." Definitely worth looking at a little closer. So we'll scroll down to the references. So here's an unknown reference. The first one has been tagged correctly as a journal, and so I have most of them. Let's see, take a look at this one. We've got authors, we've got an article title, the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology. That sounds like a journal title. A volume, page number, and then an e-page range. That's probably what confused it. So all I'm going to do is take out those unknown things, take out that extra page range, because it will get added back in correctly in the next step. Okay, edited book in Nature. No, that's not an edited book. It's actually just a journal. So that's what this is telling me. It didn't fully style it because it wasn't really sure what it was, but that's just because they didn't include a volume number. So we'll have to rerun it after I take out the word "in," which is a trigger to the software to say it's an edited book. It's a chapter in a book. Take all of those out. And that's what the majority of these problems are. This one, is even weirder. They really tried to tag it as a chapter in a book. Take that out, take that out, take out "in." The title is European Journal of Immunology. Take out the page abbreviation. And barrier immunity in science. This one, it even thinks that it got right, but it didn't. Promotes type 2 barrier immunity, period. Science is the journal. Take out the abbreviation. This one also is just a journal, Current Protocols in Molecular Biology. Take that out. And you know what? I'm going to remove the weird page numbers. I'll go back in and correct them later. Now here's one that says it has no page range. Maybe it was published online or something. We'll double check about that later.